Staying with security concerns as efforts to end the activities of terrorists and bandits in the northwest takes a new dimension. The Minister of State for Defence, Bello Matawalle, has directed the Chief of Defence Staff and other military chiefs to move to Sokoto, which is the headquarters of the GOC Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina and Kebbi states. In a statement by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Henshaw Ogubike, he said the minister will also be on the team, and the move underscores the unwavering commitment of the government to restoring peace and security in the region. He also assured the people of the Northwest region that the security forces will not leave any stone unturned until they flush out the bandits. Let's return to our lead story, where the Minister of State for Defence, Bello Matawalle, has directed the Chief of Defence Staff and other military chiefs to move to Sokoto State, which is the headquarters of the GOC Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina and Kebbi states. And for more perspective on this, I'm being joined by a security consultant, Mr. Tony Ofoyeton. Good to have you on the news at this time. So first off, let's get your perspective on this latest development, and what significant impact do you think this would have on the security challenge ravaging the country?
Thank you very much for having me. And well, the minister's directive is not a novel. It's not the first time that service chiefs and the like will be ordered to go to the hot zones, especially when it comes to terrorism. I think basically the problem is not necessarily that the service chiefs really move in there, but that you look at the strategic approach towards countering terrorism within those regions. The first thing, first of all, is to look at what are the causations leading to the escalation of terrorism in those areas, and how will the government, the political circle, be able to remove the concessions and also de-emphasize some of these concessions. Sokoto State is supposed to be like the Mecca in Nigeria. It's supposed to be a sacred state because that is supposed to be the seat of Islam in Nigeria. Now, having bandits coming there to even have the impetus to talk about attacking in a state like that, to me, it's rather unfortunate. But having said so, you will discover that the Ansarus, which are how warehouses the bandits and kidnapping, seems to have taken that place as their own place of abode, compared to Boko Haram that have taken the northeast as their own place of abode. And their approach are a little bit methodologically different. The Ansarus, which are affiliated with what we call the Al-Qaeda, they have this subtle way of entering into community. They can come in maybe through community services and all those stuff like that. I do some little things. Before you know what is happening, they start collecting taxes from the people. Before you know what is happening, they start dominating the people and the like, surreptitiously. And I think that was what happened in Sokoto State. The government of Sokoto State, the government of Sokoto as a state itself, I think they are not proactive enough to understand that there's a big line of difference between accommodating strangers, on religious platform, right, and also vetting strangers on political platform. I think they've not been able to draw that line. That is why you have this high level of infiltration in Sokoto State. And apart from that, you see the level of ungoverned spaces in Sokoto State is alarming, just like you have in Niger State and the like. So that's why you see things like this. But the service chiefs being ordered to go to the crime scene, I think it would psychologically, it's what we call psychological operations. And of course, the men on duty will understand that it's no longer business as usual.
Absolutely.
But the major thing is for them to
well, let me quickly come in here. Yes. Let me quickly come in here, Mr. Tony Ofoyeton. Apologies for interrupting your flow of thoughts. But what would you propose as the alternative solution now if the government seeks to deal with the situation head-on for the decimation of terrorists and bandits that has been ravaging the north-central region, the northern part of the country for some time now? What would you propose as the alternative solution to this challenge?
What I will be looking at is a special intervention program, which would involve kinetic and non-kinetic approach. The special intervention program should involve the rural traditional rulers, the local hunters, and the like. Now that simply means that they have to go into the forest, they have to go into the mountains, they have to go into all the localities and be intentional about flushing out bandits from ungoverned spaces. And the use of technology must be highly instructive here. The government must not be financially phlegmatic because it will involve some level of financial commitment. But if the government is able to have a special intervention program where all the traditional rulers, all the local hunters, the vigilante groups and the like are co-opted as a team and have a time frame within which to operate it, because it's supposed to be an intervention program. Now, that intervention program, what it will do is basically to clean up the whole forest, clean up the mountain, clean up all the vulnerable places. Then you now put your regular security team in those places. I think that will go a long way. And apart from that, those that you'll be able to identify the participants, criminals in the state, those that are supporting banditry, those that are sponsoring banditry and kidnapping and all forms of terrorism. They should make a scapegoat out of them. No, it should be such that also the government of Sokoto State must also be involved and be intentional about it. I think if they are able to put some of these solutions in place, it will go a long way in bringing peace and serenity into Sokoto State.
That's a fine place to leave it. Thank you very much, Tony, for your time, for your insights on the news at 10.